Imagine standing on a planet where the sun never rises. Not because it's night, not because clouds cover the sky, but because there is no sun at all. No sunrise, no sunset, no warm star shining above the horizon. Only darkness, endless darkness. For most of human history, we assumed every planet belonged to a star. Earth belongs to the sun. Mars belongs to the sun. Even the distant worlds around other stars remain tied to their cosmic homes. But the universe has a different idea. Some planets are completely alone. No star, no solar system, no home. These worlds drift through the galaxy like cosmic wanderers, traveling through the cold emptiness between the stars for billions of years, invisible, silent, and almost impossible to detect. Scientists call them rogue planets, planets that have broken free from their stars, or perhaps never belonged to one at all. And what makes them truly extraordinary is that there may be an unimaginable number of them. Not hundreds, not thousands, possibly trillions, scattered throughout the Milky Way. Some may be frozen wastelands, others may hide vast oceans beneath thick layers of ice, and a few could be among the strangest places in the entire universe. These are the rogue planets, the loneliest worlds ever discovered. So what exactly is a rogue planet? In simple terms, it's a planet that doesn't orbit a star. That may not sound unusual at first, but it completely breaks the traditional picture of how planetary systems work. When we think of planets, we imagine worlds moving around a central star, Earth around the Sun, Jupiter around the Sun, or distant exoplanets orbiting stars hundreds of light years away. Rogue planets are different. They travel alone, drifting through interstellar space without a star to call home, without sunlight, without a solar system, without a stable orbit around anything. For decades, astronomers weren't even sure such worlds existed. They were simply a prediction, a possibility suggested by computer simulations. Then observations began to reveal something surprising. Scientists started detecting isolated planetary mass objects moving through space with no visible star nearby. Some appeared to be as massive as Jupiter. Others seemed much smaller. And they were exactly where no planet should be, alone. The discovery forced astronomers to rethink what a planet could be, because suddenly planets weren't just members of solar systems. Some were wanderers, travelers crossing the galaxy by themselves. And that raised an even bigger question. How does an entire planet become lost in space? How does a world lose its star? At first, the idea sounds impossible. How does an entire planet lose its star? After all, planets are held in place by gravity. They spend billions of years orbiting their stars in stable paths. So, what could possibly break that connection? The answer is chaos. When planetary systems are young, they can be incredibly violent places. New planets form. Massive worlds migrate inward and outward. Gravitational forces pull in every direction. And sometimes, those forces become so powerful that a planet is literally thrown out of its own system. Imagine a cosmic slingshot, a close encounter with a giant planet like Jupiter. a series of gravitational interactions, and suddenly one unlucky world is accelerated to escape velocity, never to return. Instead of orbiting its star, it begins a lonely journey through interstellar space. Scientists believe this process may be surprisingly common. In fact, our own solar system may have ejected planets during its chaotic early history. Some computer simulations suggest that many planetary systems lose worlds as they evolve, turning ordinary planets into rogue planets. But ejection may not be the only explanation. Some researchers think a few rogue planets could have formed alone from the beginning, never orbiting a star at all, born directly within giant clouds of gas and dust. If true, some of these worlds may have spent their entire existence drifting through the darkness. No sunrise, no solar system, no home. Just an endless journey between the stars. And that raises an incredible question. What would it actually be like to stand on a planet with no sun? What would it be like to stand on a rogue planet? The first thing you would notice is the darkness. Not nighttime, not the darkness of a cloudy evening. True darkness. The kind of darkness that exists between the stars. Without a nearby sun, there would be no blue sky, no sunrise, no daylight. The heavens above would be filled with distant stars shining against a permanently black sky. And those stars would provide almost no warmth. Most rogue planets are expected to be incredibly cold. Surface temperatures could plunge hundreds of degrees below freezing. Any oceans exposed to space would quickly turn to ice. Any atmosphere could begin to freeze and collapse. At first glance, these worlds seem completely lifeless. But appearances can be deceiving, because a planet does not need a star to have heat. Deep beneath the surface, radioactive elements continue to decay, generating energy, warming the planet from the inside. Some scientists believe this internal heat could keep vast underground oceans in liquid form beneath thick layers of ice. Imagine an entire ocean hidden beneath a frozen shell, protected from the cold vacuum of space, invisible to distant observers. On the surface, a rogue planet might look dead, but beneath the ice, it could be a very different story. And that possibility leads to one of the most surprising questions in astronomy. Could life survive on a planet with no sun at all? Today, rogue planets remain among the most mysterious objects in the universe. They have no star, no stable home, no place in the neat picture we once had of planetary systems. Yet they may be everywhere. Some estimates suggest there could be billions, perhaps even trillions of rogue planets wandering through the Milky Way. That means the galaxy could contain more lonely planets than stars. Think about that for a moment. As you look up at the night sky, countless unseen worlds may be drifting through the darkness between those stars, invisible, silent, and completely alone. Some may have been traveling for billions of years, long before Earth formed, long before the dinosaurs, long before humanity ever looked toward the sky. Others may have been ejected from their systems only recently, beginning a journey that could last longer than the age of civilizations. We may never visit them. We may never even see most of them. But their existence changes the way we think about planets. For centuries, we believed planets belonged to stars. Now we know that some worlds belong only to the darkness. They are the galaxy's wanderers, the cosmic nomads of interstellar space. And perhaps hidden beneath frozen surfaces and endless nights, some may still be carrying secrets we have yet to imagine. Rogue planets remind us of something profound. The universe is under no obligation to follow our expectations. Even a planet can lose its home and continue its journey alone among the stars.